All right. Let's turn music up slightly. Okay. I think we're gonna have some better audio this time around. Oops. Yeah, that does look better. Okay. And post the stream. Where you at? Streams. Okay. All right. So in the last video, we had a problem with the board. When the board was getting generated, all of the team's words were in order, and I thought it was a problem with the way I was assigning them to the way I was pushing it onto the arrays up here. But it turns out it wasn't. It turns out that was working correctly, and it was getting pulled out of the initial word list correctly, and then it was getting pushed onto there. The problem is it was getting pushed onto the team words in order and onto the word list in order. So then I was sending the word list to the client, and then so the words were ordered in the order that they got pushed onto the array. So for example, it would go through the first eight items, like the first 8 words that came from the array that gets generated, and then but then it would be pushed onto the array in order. So like the words would be pushed onto the blue team words in order, and then onto the word list in order, and then they were getting sent to the client in order. So then, for example, the blue team words were the first 8 words, which wouldn't have been very fun. So in fact, all I had to do was create a little shuffle function down here to shuffle the array. And then now, after all the words are assigned, I just shuffle the word list that gets sent to the client. And then as a result, down here we can see we have a new word list generated, and it looks like shit. So we have a new word list generated, or new game board rather, and the words, these are the blue team's words, they're all randomized. So we have cold, soul, chocolate, so you can see cold here. What the hell is chocolate? Chocolate here. Soul over here. It's completely randomized. And the same thing if we look at the red team's words. So if we say word bank on the server.red team words, now we see Trip, Grace, wherever Grace is, Trip, Grace, completely randomized. Then the neutral word, same thing, and then lastly the assassin word. I don't think I'm spelling that right. / word bank dot, is it just, yeah, it's assassin. I think I'm spelling assassin right in some places, and I think assassin has 4 S's in it. Assassin. Yeah, 4 S's. So this is not spelled correctly. Assassin word is correct. Okay. So, and it's probably misspelled here too. It is. Let me make sure it's just those 2 places. On the server, same thing, actually. So here it's spelled right, I guess. Oh wait, ooh, what's going on here? Assassin word. Okay, so spelled right now in all places. That would have been a bug. Okay, so I guess if we, I guess we have to restart the server first, and then now restart the game, and then we should be able to say workbank dot assess. Oh, we can't spell that. Word. Still no. Why? Workbank dot. Is it something else? I think I might have spelled it wrong again. Assess in word. Still no. Assassin word. Maybe it wasn't saved. Let's try. Word bank. Is it word bank on the server? Or is it word list? I think it might be word list. Yeah, wait. No, word bank dot assassin word screen. So then the word that they guess that kills the game is going to be screen. Wherever screen is. Oh, yeah, I guess here. So then if they chose that word, that would end the game. So I think now just need to finish programming in the game logic. We have a score. It looks pretty. Oh wait, where'd the score go? We're missing score. Yeah, that's not good. Why are we missing score? We shouldn't be missing score. Score. It's like missing new things every time. Set score. Oh, we do have score. I just not zoomed in. Okay. This is the problem when I have the console open and I'm not paying attention. Okay, cool. So if I reload, yeah, we have score. It's at the very top, kind of out of the way. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so I think the next thing to do is to start programming in the game logic and starting a new game. Let me look at my to-dos real quick. Something to either start the game. Score is kind of already programmed in, actually. Spy master properties, need to do that. Spy master sets the amount of words. Players choose avatars. Choose names, choose teams. The choose names and choose teams are done. And then we need the teams choose the spy master for that game. Spy master get full map. I don't know. Does the spy? I think the spy master gets the full map, including the assassin word. I'm pretty sure. Self add text to its own function. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. So I think I need to do a quick git update real quick since everything's running the way I expect it to at this point. Git add, and then make a quick commit. I think everything is working correctly at this point. I think just need to move forward with the next parts of the game logic from to-do.md. Okay, push that to remote in case we screw it up from here. Okay, I think the stream is still good. All right. Okay, so what's next? Let's figure that out. Okay, we got score up there, got players in the game. They can choose a team. Okay. Trying to think. So if they choose the red team, they get an option to choose a word. Blue team, same thing. That's all working nicely. They can choose their own name. Then another client can do the same thing. Right? I'm Jake, and I join the blue team. That happens concurrently. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we need to, I think we need to figure out like win-loss conditions and what the spy master gets. Maybe we just make it so that the person that's running the game can start the game, and that person also chooses the spy master for each team. That might make things like flow a little bit better. Let me think here. Like, what's the best way? If you have a bunch of people, what's the best way? I can also do it, just make it like I'm thinking about starting to use this settings page, but I also can just do it from like the current way. Choose who becomes the spy master. How do I choose that? Because then once we choose how somebody becomes the spy master, we can start working on like what they get, because they need to be able to see the game board for what it is. But then I wonder too if, I guess we remove the spy master's avatar and then they can just move around the game board, and then they don't get to control an avatar at all. Because that like, but then that's kind of boring too. I think it still might be fun for them if they can walk around, but then we got to make it so like they don't walk onto the word that they want their team to guess. Decisions, game design decisions. Let's think. We also want folks to be able to choose a different avatar if they want one. That's another thing I have to work on here. Choose name, choose team, and then like choose avatar. Got some stuff to work out. Just trying to think about what the best way to do it is. So I think I was still working on the, okay, so if red team word gets a blue team word, blue team score, also ends word. So I think the first thing that we need to do is say up here, like const max score, and then that is equal to 8, because if a team gets 8 words, they win the game. And then I think maybe another good idea up here is to say let current team turn, and right now we can just set that to null, or we do like a ternary operator, like so that it's random each time. Yeah, that's a good idea, I think. So I forget for the it should be it's math.floor or math.random times math.floor, something like that. I did it in this other thing over here. Yeah. So math.floor math.random times this. So math.floor math.random times, I think, 2. No, I wrote a function for this actually. Get random int inclusive math floor max. I actually think that this always returns. We need to make sure it returns like a 1 or a 0 always. So if we say math.floor1, what does that return? 0, 0, always returns 0. So if it's 2, then it can be a 0 or a 1, 50-50. So that's the formula that we need. So initially, it's going to get set to be a ternary operator. I think that's ternary operator in JS. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to return ternary operator JS. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's either going to be red or blue, depending on whatever it is. I actually am pretty sure I have to set a condition here for it. Return is member. Yeah, here. Dude, some of these docs are really hard to read. Age 16, yes, no. So expression 1, expression 2. I feel like actually I'm not sure if this is right or not. Let's see something real quick here. Yeah, it just works. 50-50. Okay, cool. So that's a good statement. Okay, so current team turn randomly gets set to red or blue when the server starts. And then I guess we can say, like, once all players are in, so we need to make a start new game function. I think finally tying this in, wherever socket on is. Okay, start new game. And this is going to actually do a lot of things, so this will be fun. So we just do it like this. Okay, start new game. And then I need to connect it in here because I have a start new game button. New game. So we add an event listener for this in the game client. Okay, chat event listener. Team event listener. Just add a new one here. Document dot get element by ID. New game. That's the new game button. And then we just say dot add event listener, and then the function to call the new game. So I think what we said was start new game, and then we need to run a function as well. Start new game. Yeah, I think that's right. And then up here we'll just add it. Right, const start new game. I don't think we need to do, like, I'm not really a big fan of the arrow function, but I think that's how I'm doing all of my other ones. It is. So that's fine. So on const start new game, needs to be a click. Oops. Start new game, and then here we can just say this dot socket dot init, and then I think we can just say start new game, and that tells the server to start a new game. Start new game. Function data team. We just need data. Okay, so starting a new game has to make a few assumptions, right? So assumes that all players that are going to play are assigned to teams. That's one. And then so 2, we need to do an event message that's going to default to black. We can just say, I think we can do it like this and actually say like this dot socket dot name is starting a new game. I think that is okay to do. We're going to find out. What happened here? This dot socket this players socket dot id dot name is starting a new game, I think is the way. Yeah, so then it says that I'm starting a new game. I think by default the event message is supposed to be bold actually, so I don't know why that's not happening. Let's find out. Font weight bold. Event message black. Okay, so now if I start a new game, boom. Oh, I see. So we don't want to do that actually. This should be a new event message, because we don't want it bold for all that other crap. Make sure, see how I'm doing this on the event message blue, or else it's an event message black. I think we should specify if we want something bold or not. I'll just leave it for now. Just know that that's not the right thing, I guess. So we'll probably just leave this, because otherwise it'll just be nothing. I'm just going to give it a class that does nothing. Okay, so this guy starts a new game. Can you do new line in JS? I think so. Because that would be cool if it had a little more space so people could see it. But it doesn't make a new line. I wonder if you do something crazy like this. That works. Cool. Neat. I guess it only works before and not at the end though. Oh well. Okay. That's fine. Let's leave that for now. Okay, so starts a new game. All the players are already assigned to teams. So now it's time for the team to choose their spy master. Like, what's the decision for that? How do folks choose their spy master? Okay. So in theory, we should have a random team every time, like the current team that goes first. I guess that would be the next thing to announce. New game. We're starting a new game, and then another event message to all players. Backticks. Current team turn goes first. Something here. The better way to do this is to style the event messages with CSS so that they have spaces, but that's okay for now. Blue goes first. Yeah, start a new game. It says which team goes first. It's always blue. And unless the server's restarted, then it might be red. Blue goes first. Blue goes first. But eventually we should get a red. Red goes first. Okay. Cool. All right. Everybody joins a team. Then the game starts. So what's the next thing that needs to happen? So, okay, so if we have all the players that join, let's get everybody in here. Okay, so this guy's name is Jimmy. Jimmy joins the red team. This guy's name is Carl. Carl joins the blue team. This guy's name is Jamal. Jamal joins the red team. And then this girl's name is Carrie. Carrie joins the blue team. I don't know why on some clients Jamal's name stuck, but not on others. I guess it was more than one client that happened on. So that'll be a bug to fix, so the name's getting stuck. I think that's just a matter of it not being overwritten somewhere on the game client. Overhead name. If other player has an overhead name. Because this also needs to happen when they change their name. Set overhead name. Player name changed. For each other player. This needs to happen if the other player has an overhead name. So maybe that's why. If the other player has an overhead name, then destroy it. Maybe that will help. I don't know. I think the server restarted and that's the problem. Okay. Let's restart the server. Okay. Let's try this again. Jimmy. Yeah, it still gets stuck. Why does it still get stuck? Because when another player is added, if they already have an overhead name, destroy it. Otherwise, it should add their name automatically. If they quit, it needs to destroy their name. And then here, it should do the same thing. I'm not sure. That's a bug I'm going to have to fix. Okay, Jimmy, Carl joins the blue team. And it's also not updating on these clients. It updates on these ones. Yeah, it's big time bugs to fix. James joins blue. And lastly, Carla joins blue. Okay, so they all join. Carl starts a new game, and red goes first. Okay, so then Carl comes down here. Somebody has to be designated as the spy master at this point. Do we do it randomly, or do we let people choose who the spy master is? I think it makes sense to have it be the other team. I think right now, the right way to do it, well, not the right way, but the way I'm going to do it, is to just have like me choose who the spy master is. This is also all jacked up. I need to fix whatever's going on here. This guy isn't Carla on. So, maybe I do it on where the other player moves. It checks that and changes it. Because like this seems kind of important to fix. Player moved. Maybe we try doing this. If overhead name other player dot overhead name is not equal to other player dot name, and then we should other player overhead name dot destroy. Maybe that will help. Mike, Carl, Jeremy, Jacob. So I'm still not seeing the first two players' names. Like some players see some, I think they only see it if it changes. So it looks like we stopped with the other problems though, which is nice. So this guy's going to be Kayla. And then it takes it off George. This is Brad. Everybody sees Brad. It's like there's only two at a time though. Yeah. So this guy sees Brad, this guy sees Jacob. So they see themselves in one other person. What happens if they move? They still don't see them. They see the player move, but not the name doesn't change. Maybe I create it here if for some reason it doesn't exist. Yeah, sounds good. Maybe I do it here, and I just do another check. Like it seems like it's going to be self.otherplayers.getChildren for each. So I guess maybe if they don't have an other player dot overhead name, then we set one. Does that work?
The popcorn's not as good as the Costco popcorn. Oops.
You're okay. Thanks, babe. Okay, let's try that. And every time they move, they should get a name set. But I'm already not seeing it. So like nobody has a name. So George, Miguel, just seeing one name, James, Mike. So that's obviously not the problem. So that'll be the next bug that I need to dig into, and also determine the next steps on the logic. And it seems like a good time to jump off because my wife just brought me some popcorn. So I'll try to get a better layout for the next time I jump on and work on this. So if you stop by, thanks a lot. See you next time.